Can you sell a house before probate is completed? Great question. So hey guys, this is Brad Woodall from GeorgiaProbateResource.com and ArborViewHomebuyers.com. Really appreciate you checking out this video. We're a real estate solutions company in Metro Atlanta. We buy houses all over Georgia, and we specialize in the world of probate and inheritance properties, and we've become very good at buying these properties over the years and the hundreds of properties that we've bought. So can I sell a house before probate is complete? And the answer to that is actually yes, but there's a little bit of a catch here, right? The probate process is not complete until you have sold all the assets, disseminated the assets, and filed all the final tax returns and the final paperwork. That is technically where the probate is complete. But usually the house sale happens, if you've got a timeline here, the house sale happens here, not here. Over here is the sort of final filings of all the paperwork. So yes, you can sell a house before probate is complete, but you cannot sell the house until you have been given the legal authority to sell that property as the executor or the administrator. And in most cases, you are going to get that legal authority through your letters of administration or your letters testamentary. I've talked about this in other videos. So your letters testamentary is if there was a will and you are named an executor in the will and you're the executor, you're going to get letters testamentary from the courts that grant you the authorities outlined in the will. The will is what tells the story and what tells how things need to be done, and every will is different, but the will is going to grant an executor, and it's going to say the executor can sell the assets, or the assets go to Grandma Susie and Uncle Joey, and the will's going to name that out, but your job as the executor is to do what the will says. Now, if you're an administrator, typically during the administration petition and the process, you and the heirs have agreed to how these assets are going to be distributed, and you as the administrator are the one in charge of distributing said assets, and most of the time the house is one of those assets. So once you've got your letters of administration, and there's going to be specific powers granted in those letters, if you read through the letters, they will grant you the authority to sell assets or real estate or all of the assets. It's going to specifically spell out in your letters of administration that you have the power to sell the assets. As soon as you have those letters of administration, again, this is before the probate process is done that you're going to get your letters of administration, you can sell the house. As soon as you've got those letters in your hand, you have the legal authority to sell the house. Also, if you're an executor and you have your letters testamentary and they specifically outline that you can sell the property, as soon as you get those letters testamentary, you can close on the property and you can sell it that day if you want. We've done it all the time, where literally we've had instances where an executor or administrator went to the probate court in the morning, got their letters, and they went straight to the closing attorney's office and they sold the property that day. Now, typically they signed a contract with us before that happened. Technically speaking, that contract was not legally valid because they didn't have the power to sort of sign a contract at the time. But again, their intent the whole time is to sell the property, and all a contract, a purchase and sale agreement is basically parties putting in writing their intent to complete a sale. So once you've got your powers and you close on the deal and you sold the property, that was the actual closing and the completion of the transaction. The purchase and sale agreement was just a written intent of doing a sale in the future. And then once you've done the closing, that's the official sale and the transfer of title. So in that case, once you have your letters testamentary or your letters of administration, that is the completion. And this is all done through a real estate attorney. I'm gonna put this caveat in here. We've dealt with this sometimes. Do not do a quitclaim deed yourself and try to transfer title to the property. Or if you ever have an investor out there that is asking you to quitclaim deed this property over to you, run away. Just run away. Do not do this. Go through a real estate attorney. Go through the proper channels and do this sale through a real estate attorney. Have them transfer title through an executor's deed and a warranty deed, so that they've done their research, they've reviewed title, they're making sure that the title is accurate, and they're insuring that title against future title claims. So make sure you're doing that. Don't try to do it yourself on the real estate deal and save yourself a few $100. Just don't do that. go through a real estate attorney and do the deal. And if you're selling the house to us, we will go through a closing attorney. I close all of my transactions with Josh Rand at Rand & Associates in Roswell, Georgia. That is my go-to closing attorney. I've been closing deals with Josh for years. All of our sales go through a closing attorney, and I will not buy a property unless I have insured title, which is a warranty deed on that title. So I hope this video helps. Thanks again for checking out this video. We really appreciate it. Again, I'm Brad with arborviewhomebuyers.com and georgiaprobateresource.com. We are a real estate solutions company. We are a cash home buyer investor. We buy houses quick for cash, quick, fast, easy. We'll buy it from you, take it off your hands. We'll buy it as is. We don't care, right? I'm a licensed real estate agent in the state of Georgia with One Source Realty, and I can list the house for you and do it the traditional way if you want to go that. So reach out to us if you do have a property you want to sell. We'll ask you some questions, figure out what your situation is, what we think the best fit for you might be, and we'll go from there. So thanks again, guys. We really appreciate it. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.